Have you guys been watching the Afghan situation? The Afghanistan situation. I'm not here to teach you about the Afghan situation. Have you been watching it? Isn't it unbelievable? The decision by Biden to pull out the way he pulled out. To leave those guys. I can't wrap my head around it. It's supposed to be the most powerful country in the world, and I want them to be because I'm right beside them. I love them. I love the U.S. It scares me to see China getting stronger. But they just pull out. They take off. There's Americans there. There's Canadians there. There's people, Afghans, that helped the Americans and Canadians. And they leave without taking them. And now they have to rush back in, try to find them. And they're not going to find them all, of course. It's a big mess. And it's sad to see. And everybody on the news is saying, we shouldn't have been there in the first place. We shouldn't have been there in the first place. And everybody would agree that we shouldn't be there now. Okay, maybe you shouldn't have been there in the first place. You went there to get bin Laden. You found him in Pakistan, I think. And you killed him. Then you get out, right? But the point is you were there. And you did stay there. Could you imagine being 19 years old in Afghanistan, you're 19 years old. And you're being civilized by Canadians and Americans, etc., etc. And then all of a sudden they leave and you're a slave. Women and children raped. 12-year-old women have become slaves, are going to become slaves. Now, who would agree with that? I don't think anybody would. I don't. I don't like it. What do you mean you had to leave? You can't leave. You can't leave like that. And I'm thinking about Biden. What does Biden do? While this is happening, he goes on vacation. He comes back, he says a few things to the press. You know what he does next? He goes back on vacation. But you know what nobody is talking about? Nobody's talking about Trudeau. In a weekend, basically, they take over. In a weekend. They take over everything. The Taliban take over everything. Where's Trudeau? You know what Trudeau does? He calls an election. And I hate talking about politics because I don't know enough about it. But he calls an election during what's going on. With Canadians over in Afghanistan. People that helped Canada. And I don't think we should take a bunch of refugees over to Canada. That's not what I'm saying. But there's certain ones that you have to. Calls an election. These are the people that are running the world. The most powerful man in Canada. And Biden. They go on vacation. They call elections. How can that not make you angry? Nobody's talking about it in Canada. They're all blaming Biden. There's no blame for... How did Trudeau get out of this? He's not to blame. You know what he said? That when the Taliban took over so quickly, he said, I was surprised. Bullshit, you were surprised. Caught me off guard, he said. Caught him off guard, guys. Most powerful man in Canada. He didn't know this was happening. Taliban had this plan since May 1st. They took over something, don't quote me on this, something like half the country. Right away. They all knew what was happening. But nobody is holding Trudeau to account. No responsibility, no accountability. And we're going to elect him again. Believe me, he's going to be elected again. And it's nuts, it's crazy, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would we elect him again? How many people has he brought to the country? You think they're not going to... That's not an election ticket? Of course they're going to elect him again. Why wouldn't they? Nobody is talking about this in Canada. He calls an election, I swear to God, the day that we find out that the Taliban has taken over everything. And what does he do? He runs around Canada looking like a schoolboy. Promoting this is what makes me heated. This is the stuff I watch and listen to all the time. What is that? You dress like a schoolboy, eating ice cream and drinking beers. While what's going on in Afghanistan? This is what's important to him. Acting like a baby. Acting like a drama teacher, really. And we don't say anything about it. We don't do anything about it. We just allow it. Oh, I'm going to go and eat some ice cream with some minorities. And I have nothing against minorities, but you know what the picture is all about. Okay, yeah, there is a white guy there, and maybe another one over here. Can you believe he's doing this? I can't believe it. And you should be shocked. But you're not. I don't feel that anybody is.
Federal numbers.
And maybe this shouldn't bother me. The weakest man in Canada is going to be your prime minister. Do you know how weak we are? Don't you feel weak, Canada? Don't you feel a little weak? What do we do? What do we do? We let the United States do just about everything. We're not even free in this country compared to the United States. We don't even have the First Amendment. We don't have free speech in Canada. And look at this. Look at this. Now, if this doesn't drive you insane, look at. Oh, he's going to have a beer. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny, isn't it? It's going on in Africa. He's going to have a beer with his chappies. Looking like just a big old dildo with a mask around his ear. Why does he have a mask around his ear? He's vaccinated. No, look at this picture right now. Nobody is wearing a mask, okay? Nobody. Look at the next picture. Does this world even make sense to you? Masks back on. Except for this slight hottie over here. Masks back. Does it even make sense to you what's going on? Having beers, eating some ice cream. Shouldn't you be focused on Afghanistan? This is the biggest thing possibly in my lifetime besides COVID that's going on. Watching what's going on in Afghanistan. We went to Afghanistan to stop terrorists after 9/11 for 20 years. Been pretty good. Did a pretty good job. Haven't been a lot of terrorist problems lately. You know what I mean? Haven't been a lot of bombings. You seen another plane go into a building? That's what he is doing. But we're fine with it. We're not going to say nothing. Global News ain't going to say nothing. CBC ain't going to say nothing. CTV ain't going to say nothing. It makes me sick. It makes me sick that he's running around Canada. I don't even know what he's talking about. Do you even understand what he's talking? He's talking about he wants people to have gardens. And I'm not lying. He wants people to have gardens and rent to own and renovations. He wants you to have a renovation. You gotta hear just a little bit of this. Oh, that just fucking pisses me off when it does that. See, I'm heated. Come on, volume. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I can't get volume. Yeah. What are you going to say?
To begin with, we'll help you buy your first home sooner.
That's what he's doing. We'll help you buy your first home sooner. I can't do an impression of him. I just feel it. It's acting. He acts when he talks, and you're going to elect him again. He's going around the country talking about this. Like this is important.
We'll get you to a down payment faster with a plan worth tens of thousands of dollars when you buy your first home, and the launch of a new rent-to-own program.
Rent, like this is important?
At the same time,
You see how happy he is? You got to see this, guys. This, what are you smiling about? Watch this smile. Yeah, hit a home run, Trudeau. Wow. That's what he's doing. He's going around town talking about rent to own and I don't know. You got to hear more of it. You just do.
Same time, we'll crack down on the predatory speculators that stack the deck against you.
What the hell does that mean?
So no more blind bidding.
Blind bidding?
No more foreign wealth being parked in homes that people should be living in.
Okay.
And to get 1.4 million Canadians...
Sounds like my home price is about to go down.
To get 1.4 million Canadians in a new home in the next 4 years, we'll work with municipalities.
This is what is important to him. This is what is important to Canada. Girls in Afghanistan have to marry their uncles. Did you know that? Do you care? He don't.
To get more homes built or renovated.
Renovated.
It's not okay.
It's not okay, Canada.
Communities you grew up in aren't in places you can build a life, raise a family, or grow old.
Nonsense.
It's because the deck is stacked against you.
It's because the deck was stacked against you. Don't you just love the acting?
So we have a plan to help fix that.
What's that?
So you can live in the communities you love.
Oh.
Aaron O'Toole would give your landlord a tax break on selling the building and do nothing for you.
What a strong point.
And at the end of the day, this is about you.
It's about
It's
you,
about
Canada.
making sure you can get that home where you have your friends over for dinner.
Dinner.
Like a klima. And
You need to have a home so you can have your friends for dinner.
Paul, where you can start a little garden, where you can start a family.
Wow. He's running around Canada talking about gardens. Is that what you want, Canada? You need to elect him again. So you can have a garden. Don't fool yourself. This shit works. I can't even listen to it. I can't even listen to it.
Conservative Party isn't there to help you.
No, I'm not listening to it anymore. It's such a joke. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care who you vote for. You vote for anybody you want, but I don't know. Something's pretty haywire here. You want to hear about haywire? This is what else has got me heated, okay? And I know I've been doing this for too long. You got to hear this.
What's that?